Hello, hello. Welcome to the Maker Studio Facebook page this morning. I am Cheryl from over at the Home of My Making Facebook page where I inspire you to create a surrounding you love. I am your host today on the Maker Studio page, and we are launching a brand new stencil. So I have a question for you. Who likes Halloween? So if you like Halloween, put it in the comments below, because we are releasing a fabulous Halloween stencil today called Webpage. Look at all the detail in that webbing. So if you love to celebrate the holiday of Halloween, let me know, because this stencil is right up your alley. And as you're popping on, we are going to be giving away this stencil today. So if you tag 3 friends and share this tutorial, you can be in the giveaway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a board. And I'm going to actually paint the top of it black and the sides white. So I'm going to start with the one-step paint in the Bauhaus Buff, which is my favorite white, in the Amy Howard at Home paint line. And then they're black, and it's actually called black in the paint line. So I do put it in little containers because it's just easier for me to manipulate out of the jar. So as you're hopping on, let me know if you love Halloween. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to paint just the surface of this. There is some edging on here, but I'm going to paint that a different color. Now this one-step paint is fabulous. So one step actually means one step. Doesn't mean one coat. It means one step. So in other words, I didn't have to sand or prime this board before I started applying my one-step paint. So that is a great thing there. The chalk-based paint of the one-step line is great for that. There's no prepping or anything. So I probably will have to do 2 coats of this black. I'm going to see how it comes out. I might not have to, since I am going to go over it with the stencil, but I'm going to see how it comes out. I am not going to get these edges. I'm going to keep them white and come back with the Bauhaus Buff. So I am trying to get a clean edge over here and not get any on the side. So for those of you just hopping on, we are debuting a new stencil today on the Maker Studio webpage, or Facebook page, webpage. I have webpage in my brain because this stencil is called Webpage. Look at all that detail in there of that webbing. You cannot get that with a plastic stencil. All that intricate detail and a couple of little spiders hanging on there. So who is looking forward to Halloween? My daughter, who's in college, loves Halloween. So I will be actually making this for her because her and her roommates do decorate their apartment for Halloween. That's how much they love it. Okay, I don't think I'm going to need another coat of this on here, and that's because I am going to go over it with the stencil. So I think I got pretty good coverage with just the 1 coat of the black. I'm going to put that away. You do want to keep your jars closed, and the reason for that is it is a water-based paint, so you don't want it to dry up. So I'm going to clean my brush out since it was black. I have a water bath there, and I'm going to use the same brush for my white paint, which I also put in little containers. So they come like this, and then I transfer them to these little containers. I'm going to put that right there. And I'm going to do the perimeter with the white. So I did put the black on the face of it, but I am going to put white on the side. So those of you that like to celebrate Halloween. Do you know, this is a fun fact, and those of you that like to celebrate it, maybe you understand why, but do you know that you spend, not me, but the world, I guess, $8 billion on Halloween. 8 billion. So it is a pretty big holiday. Very big. Apparently, I'm the only one that didn't know that. So also, let me know if you are somebody that dresses up for Halloween. I do have a couple of followers that love Halloween. And they look forward to it every year and have their annual party, which, again, I guess that's what makes it a $8 billion holiday. I'm gonna pour some more in here. Maybe I'm gonna pour some more in here. See, now you know why I always transfer it. It's not that it's stuck, it's just that I'm too weak to open the lid. This is when I want my husband here. True story. True story. It's like the pickle jar. I cannot get it open. You know what? Let's go over here. And I have a perfectly new one that I will be able to get into very quickly. Let's see. So this is live, folks. This is live. Hold on. Every time I do this on a live, somebody suggests that I put Vaseline on the lids. And I can't. You know what? I guess I don't need to do that. This is funny. I guess I don't need to do that. I will have enough in here to do. That's funny. Guess I don't want that. Guess I don't want that jar open. That's what happens when you do a live, guys. Stuff like that happens. So I'm almost actually done painting the side. I got 2 more sides to go. And I transferred to a different brush because I felt that one was just a little too big for my area. So this is our artist brush that I'm using right now. And it's working perfectly in these little ridges that I have on this particular project. One more side. See, I didn't need to open it. I guess I wasn't meant to open that jar. So again, if you're hopping on here, don't forget to tag 3 friends and share this video tutorial. And Maker Studio is giving away this stencil that I'm going to be using in a second. It's got a little bit more to do, and I already went ahead before I got on here and did the back. I did the back of it white. Could be why I ran out of white in that little jar. This is pretty a rough surface. It wasn't like sanded down that much, but I was able to do the side and I was able to do the back. Before I came on, I did the back. I can't wait to see how intricate this detail is going to be with this stencil. Okay, so I think I got it all done. I didn't need to open that container. I'm gonna have to get my husband to open it. True story. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a heat gun and dry the top of this. Now the one-step paint dries pretty quick. It usually dries in 15 to 20 minutes, and that that means you can go and do a second coat. I'm actually not going to have to do a second coat on this particular board. It pretty much covered it. But I do need it to dry to continue with the project. Again, if you're just hopping on here, go ahead and tag 3 friends and share this tutorial to your Facebook page, and you will be in the drawing for this stencil. So the stencil is a web page. Look at all that detail. I can't wait to see how it's going to look on here. So my next stage, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the white gel art ink in Well I Declare is the name of the white gel art ink. And I wanted to have the black background because I wanted it to look just like this. But where you see the white in here is where all the detail of the stencil is. And this is a 8.5 by 11 inch stencil. So I'm going to pull it out of the container or the bag or the sleeve. And this is a mesh stencil, so it is adhesive. So for those of you that are new to the Maker Studio line, it's a mesh stencil, so you could see all that detail in there. You cannot get that detail with a regular plastic stencil. And my board measures almost exactly the size of this stencil. So what you do is you lay it on your surface and just press it down, and the adhesion will stick to your surface. You want to remove any air bubbles under there and just make sure it is firm to the product that you're putting it on, or the surface that you're putting it on. This is going to look fabulous. So we have 2 different kinds of squeegees and spreaders. We have squeegees that look like this, and we have squeegees or spreaders that look like this. These you can cut into various sizes and have a little bit more control in tight areas. We have 3 different kinds of squeegees. We have this one, and then we have this one, and we have a stylus. Now, it's your preference what you like to work with. I am in particular going to cut this one up in half because sometimes I just like to use these to have a little bit more control. Different squeegees and stencils for different things. This is also good for burnishing the edges. You know what? I need to move this. I'm off on a little bit on the detail at the top. So if you noticed, I removed that, and that's the great thing about it being a removable, reusable stencil. Again, burnish the top down. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to apply a lot of product to my squeegee because this has so much intricate detail on here. I don't want to flood the area. So I will be in the practice of just adding more to my squeegee or my spreader. Again, just a little, and I'm going to take it right through the stencil. Look at that detail. You can tell automatically what it's going to look like because the white is pressing through the detail of the stencil. This is amazing. All that detail. Look at that. It's amazing to have all that detail in a stencil. There are like 3 little spiders on here that you'll see in a second. Couldn't really see them that well when we were looking at the stencil before I started using the product on it. Again, I'd rather keep adding more than to have to keep wiping it off. If you just hopped on, we are giving this stencil away. All you have to do to be in the giveaway is to tag 3 friends and share this tutorial, and you will be in the giveaway. Look at that detail. Isn't that amazing? I'm going to show you. Let me put it up for a second. Look at the detail. You see how that looks? So where the white is going through the mesh is where the detail is going to be. So I'm going to turn it around just to give me some more control on my end while I am stenciling this. And because the surface is black, I am just looking through here to see if I see any black that peeks through, which would be the color paint I'm using on the surface. A little bit more, and then I think we'll be done. And then I get to pull it off. Pulling the stencil off of the surface is like the most exciting thing, and to really then see the detail of what you created. And this is simple, simple, simple. Let me just get a little bit more. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see it. Again, I have a water bath over here sitting to the side that I'm going to put all my products in because they are all washable. Let me let you guys see this. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at that detail. Now, let me tell you, a mesh stencil, the difference between a mesh and a plastic stencil is there's no open areas. There's mesh in between, and that's where the design pokes through. And you can get all those little lines in detail. This is the most intricate stencil I think I've seen in the Maker Studio line in the last 3 years. Oh my gosh. So now you can you see the little spiders coming down? Isn't that amazing? It's just mind-blowing, the amount of detail. So let me move everything, and I want to show you how I clean the stencil. So I do have a water bath here, just for those of you that are new to the line of stencils. They are washable, and they have an adhesive back. So what you do is you put them in water, or you go run them under the sink. And in this case, I put them in water because I don't have a sink in here. And you can literally just use your hands to manipulate the product off of here, or you could use a gentle sponge on here. And what you do is you just get all of the product out from into the stencil that you just push through to get the design. And once you have it all out, see that? It's literally washed. So because it has an adhesive back on one side, you want to now lay this on a clean cloth and let it dry. So I have a cloth here, and I'm just going to lay it sticky side up. I'm going to move my water bath, and you just leave it on your clean cloth drying until it's completely dry. And then what you would do is put it back on the backing, put it in the sleeve, and that's exactly how you maintain your stencils. So let's talk about this. Oh my gosh. So for all you Halloween lovers out there, what do you think of this stencil? Isn't it absolutely beautiful? I do want to dry it because I have something I want to do to it. My daughter's gonna love this. She loves everything that has to do with Halloween. Again, guys, if you're just hopping on, a Maker Studio is giving away this Webpage stencil, and it's an entire page of webbing, and it's got 3 spiders on it. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna embellish this just a little bit, dropping everything. So I got a hot glue gun here that I turned on. And look what I got. And I'm going to put these on there. I'm going to put these on there. I wanted to make it dimensional. So I'm going all out, and I'm going to put some dimensional little spiders on here. Now you don't have to do this, but since we are in the Halloween spirit, I just thought it would be a little bit magical to put some spiders on here that are dimensional. These were actual spider rings, and I just cut the ring off. True story. And I'm just going to have them hanging over the side. Just a little bit. Let's see. Let's see. My daughter is going to love this. And I think I'll put one more down here. And that will give you a beautiful Halloween decor piece. What do you think of that? Isn't that insane? So you can see my little spiders crawling all over there. Isn't that crazy? Look at the detail. Look at the detail of this stencil. It's amazing. It's amazing. Actually, my husband just came home. Maybe I can get him to open that jar. It's a little late, but there you go. It was enough. I got it done. So there you go, guys. Don't forget to tag 3 friends and share this tutorial, and you will be in the running for this absolutely gorgeous web page stencil. I just can't believe how much detail's in there. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Stick around all week. We will be presenting every morning with a new project. So thank you guys. Have a great day. Don't forget to tag 3 friends and share this tutorial. Thank you guys for joining me.